tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Pay homage to the Blessed One. Dear friends, today July 29, 2022, so at Brahma Vihara Meditation Center. So I would like to deliver Dhamma talk from the connected discourses of the Buddha, Sutta number Sudatta. Sudatta is the one person name who was very religious, and he was a very rich guy actually. So one day when he heard the Buddha appeared in the world, so confidence arose in his mind. He would like to see him immediately, and then he went to the Buddha. But on the way, he has to pass the charnel ground. Charnel ground, cremation, the cemetery. The cemetery is called charnel ground. So, and after arriving there, the bad deities, they make darkness, and he was scared. He wanted to go back home. He doesn't want to go to see the Buddha anymore because near the cemetery, so he saw that, the bad deity is there. And later on, one good deity said, okay, go forward. And he listened to him. Then he started going forward, and brightness arose again. Then later on, he went to the Buddha, and Buddha said from far away, Sudatta, come here, Sudatta, come here. He was very surprised. How did the Buddha know my name? And then after going to him, the Buddha taught him. So how to liberate himself, and how did the Buddha liberate himself? And when the Buddha saw him, he said, Venerable Sir, you are a very peaceful person. You look like very peaceful. How did you get that? Then Buddha explained to him. So this sutta is not so long, it's very short. So I will read it and then I will give some comment, okay? So Sudatta, another name is Anathapindika. So Anathapindika, he was very rich during the Buddha's time, and he did a lot of donation, giving generosity. He supported the Buddhism, he supported the monks, he built a monastery and then donated to the Sangha. Do you know the Sangha? Sangha means community of monks. So when we say 1, 2, 3, no Sangha, but 4 to more, we call Sangha. 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So he always offered the donations to the monks. When monks went for the alms round, he donated food to them. And he also encouraged his daughters to do the great meritorious deeds. So I'll explain today why do we donate? Why do we do the generosity and keep the precept and then practice meditation. This three things is very important in Buddhism. The first, dana we call in Pali. Dana means giving generosity. Sila, keep precept, morality, and bhavana is meditation. Alright? So in this sutta, on one occasion the Blessed One was dwelling at Rajagaha in the coal grove. Now on that occasion the householder Anathapindika has arrived in Rajagaha on some business. So Anathapindika means Sudatta. His another name Sudatta. So here said Anathapindika. Right? So he has two names. Some people have, they have their real name, and another one is called nickname, right? Nickname. So his nickname is Sudatta, and real name is Anathapindika. He heard a Buddha, it is said, has arisen in the world. You see, he heard the Buddha appeared in the world. I want to see him. What the qualities does he have? I want to go to him. I want to ask him a few questions. You see, when I went to my teacher, in Missouri, 6 years ago, I always sat close to him. He read the Sutta and they give the comment. I start reading the Sutta and explain them. And I always make note. And he looked at me like this. He said, I know, you are going to ask me the questions. See? And he told me, the reason I love you, because you ask me a lot of questions. And don't forget, in the future, your students will ask you many questions. Like Dario, he asked me many questions. I have many questions. Like Stephen. So after Dario, Stephen asks him questions. Bhante, I have questions. But sometimes he's shy. Don't be shy. If you have questions, I told you, please write down. And then you can ask me anytime, right? Anytime. So I am free to answer. Whatever I know, of course I'll share to you. If I don't know, I say I don't know. Right? This is very honestly. This one I learned from Bhante Bhikkhu Buddhi. Bhikkhu Buddhi, he is really good scholar in the world. He translated these books. You see, from Pali to English. He's American. So when I have any questions, I send email to him. Bhante, I have questions. Okay, what questions? But you have to send the questions first to him because he has to study. Without giving reference, he will never talk about. So you have to send the questions to him. He will read it. He will study on it. Then later on, so when he'll give the time. Okay, tomorrow we can sit at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we'll meet on Zoom. Right? And he prepared already answer. What will he talk to you? Right? So 1 week ago, I asked a few questions to him. Then he already studied about it. And he sent to me Pali. And I told him I need translation. And later on he sent translation to me. So that's why I learned from him. Because every Monday he teach Pali to the students. So students sit from the different states and also from Europe. So when a student asks him many questions, then he said, sometimes he answered, but sometimes he said, I don't know. I was thinking, before I thought that if I say I don't know, I feel regret. Actually, this is not good. If you say, I don't know, that means you don't know. You really don't know. Very honestly you are speaking. I was thinking that. He is very great scholar. And he said very friendly, I don't know. Then I was thinking, I also should say like this. If I don't know, I don't know. If I know, yes, I know. Then I can answer it, right? So Sudatta, a Buddha, it is said has arisen in the world. He wanted to go and see the Blessed One immediately. So you want to go very quickly. I want to see today. Why I have to wait for tomorrow? No, today. But it occurred to him, it is not the right time to go and see the Blessed One today. because he thought, okay, today's not the proper time to see. I'll go and see the Blessed One tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. He lay down with his mindfulness directed to the Buddha. You see, when you want to see any Arahant or the Buddha, so you have to be very mindful when you go to them, because you have to see what activities they are doing. You cannot go directly and then, okay, open the door, I come to see you. No, this is not the right way. You have to go very mindfully what activities, what meditation he is doing. All the Arahant, all the Buddha, they're always mindful, all the time. So, when you go to them, you have to prepare yourself. You have to be mindful. Very politely, gently you have to go to them. So that's why he lay down with his mindfulness directed to the Buddha, and during the night, he got up the 3 times thinking it was morning. You see, he feels so excited. I want to go tomorrow, I want to see him. And he got up 3 times. So as the chorus said, I'll go to Las Vegas, right? Maybe one night before, he'll not be able to sleep. He'll get up one time and sleep one time. What time is it now? And then he'll sleep again. Yeah, so usually when I fly other country and other state, it's happened to me also. What time is it? Did I miss my flight? And I sleep again. Oh, I wake up again tomorrow, I'll go to Bangladesh, and then I'll call, Harry, what time is it now? So exactly, he got up 3 times thinking it was the morning. Then the householder, another Pindika, approached the gate of the charnel ground. Charnel ground. Charnel. Charnel ground is called, we call it cemetery. Cemetery. Is it the Bhante Bhikkhu Bodhi use here? Charnel ground is cemetery. So where people dead body keep for 7 days, in Buddha's time, in India. So when people passed away, they carried the dead body and put in the cemetery. 1 day, 2 day, bad smell comes, So all the fresh is decay. So the Buddha invited the monks, okay, go to cemetery and see the dead body and think about yourself. How about your body? And try to bring up in your mind that body and your body. Is it the same or different? If I die, my body also will be like this. Think that way. Do meditations about the death. So some people, when they have a strong sensual pleasure, right? Well, they send them, go to the cemetery, see the dead body, and think all the foulness, all the asubha, and bring up in your mind, think about your body, about yourself. Then sensual pleasure go away very quickly. Okay, so when I was at the Masuke Meditation Center, and Bhante Vimal Ramsi, he gave a talk. Well, everybody listen to me. When sensual pleasure arises in your mind, think the asubha, foulness. Is it a foulness? Right? F-O-U-L, foulness. It's called disgusting. Everything in our body is foulness. We call dirty things. So if one person don't take shower 1 month, So when you go close to him, what do you feel? He said, no, I don't want to see him anymore. This is the first time. I don't want to go anymore because bad smell is coming, from his body. Nobody want to go. It's coming from our body. So some people, I met many people because I do always the public service. Some people when they come close to me, it's really very bad smell. Even though I spray many times, it's still it's still bad smell come. You see? Because this is their karma. They created that karma in the past, and this life they brought it. Even that take shower 10 times a day, but still that bad smell coming. See? So that's why Buddha said, everything we create ourselves about the karma. And he said to his disciples, O monks, you should be mindful all the time. All the time. The first three things, giving, generosity, why do we do that? Giving something, your belonging, is not easy to give someone. Right? Is it easy? It's not. It's very, very, very strong attachments, during the Buddha's time, one millionaire person, he has plenty of property. Many, gold, jewels, and money. But he was very stingy. He never give his belonging to anyone. But the monks go for alms round every day with alms full. The other people donate to him, like Anathapindika. He donate every day in the morning to the monks. Eat food, curry, for taking breakfast and lunch. And he encouraged his daughters. He was 3 daughters, He said, okay, my daughter, you should do this duty. And his first daughter did. When she grew up and she got married and she went to her husband's house, and Anathapindika said to his second daughter, okay, my second daughter, you should do this duty every day. When monk come for alms round, you should offer the food. And she did. Again, when she grew up, she got married and she went to her husband's house. And the last one, her name is Sumana Devi. And Anathapindika said, okay, well, this is the last duty for you. So you should do giving generosity every morning. And she did. So after donating, after giving generosity to the monks, she listened to Dhamma talk from the Buddha and from his disciples. And she became instrumental. You see? Just listen to talk. She became instrumental, Suttapanna. And the second time, she's doing every day actually, not only one day. Some people they just do donation one day and then they stop. But she didn't do that. She practiced every day, And she's donating and listen Dhamma talk from the monks, from the Buddha. And second time she became once eternal. So Anathapindika became instrumental. Anathapindika's first daughter became instrumental. Second daughter attained instrumental. And third one became once eternal, Shakaragami. Right? So who is the elder now? Youngest daughter. Youngest daughter, Saccananda, right? Is higher than her father and 2 daughters. And 2 sisters, right? So exactly the same. He did himself giving generosity, and he encouraged his daughter, please do great meritorious deeds every day. And they followed, Anathapindika, whatever he said. So why we are doing that? Because to overcome greed from our mind, to overcome craving for our mind, because our mind very strong, but attachment, So if you give today little bit, tomorrow little bit more, and after tomorrow little bit, see, you are practicing giving dana, giving the donations, right? So and after that you give in more. You see, you are reducing craving slowly. That means you used to do how to do the giving generosity, right? And then second, keep the precept. So when you keep the precept, you purify your mind. Your mind purify when you keep the precept, right? So when you do the 10 days retreat, you have to keep the 8 precept. Otherwise, you keep the 5 precept, right? So what are the 5 precept? Abstention from killing any living beings. You cannot kill any living beings with intentionally. Okay? And then second things, taking what is not given. You should not take. You have to take the permission from them. Whatever you did. Like the Korean Stephen said, Bhante, can I take the water? Can I take the water? Can I drink the water? You see, my students, when they come here, so when I was in Astoria, they asked me, Bhante, can I go to the restroom? Yeah, you can go. Because I was teaching in the basement, and those students were very, very naughty, So, at the beginning, they lied with me, They said, Bhante, can I go to the restroom? Yeah, you can go. And they went to the restroom and opened the refrigerator. They drank all my juice. And then when I came out, where is my juice? They said, we already drank it. I told, next time you should not do like this. Next time, without my permission, you should not take anything from the temple. This is stealing, right? So you have to take in what is not given. Then you have to take something after asking Bhante, after asking your friend. So that way you keep the precept, right? And then number 3, adultery. Should not commit any adultery. Okay? So some people, they have a wife and they do sexual activities from the other partner. This is the adultery. Should not do that. Should not break the precept. Okay? And number 4, not to lie with anyone. So lying is very dangerous. When you lie, even with your friend, with your mom, with your relatives, they'll start hating you. They will not believe you, right? They will not trust you. They will think that you are a liar. So because of lying, you may create a lot of problem, right? So that means you broke up the precept. Don't do that. So not to lie with anyone. When you keep the precept, when you be honest, everybody start loving you. They will help you, right? And the last one, not to drink alcohol. Not to drink alcohol. When you drink alcohol, you may lose your sense, So and then you may lose your property. Somebody, okay, drink more, and then I'm now a drunkard. And then somebody will take, your property, your money, your wallet, right? They may take you away, but when sense come back again to you, where is my wallet? Where is my gold? Where is my ornament? You cannot find. You don't know who took it, right? And even you may lose your senses. So that's why the Buddha said, keep these 5 precepts very strictly. So that way, the bad deities will not be able to come to you, will not harm you. Never, ever. So that's why wherever, even in the cemetery, you can stay alone if you keep the 5 precepts. In order to scare, because you have confidence. I keep the precept all the time. So, I don't care the deities, bad deities. Because they will think that you keep the precept, your mind is purified. And the last one, bhavana, development of mind, meditation. So when you first, number 1, give generosity and then keep the precept. So later on, if you practice meditation, then your meditation will progress very quickly. That's why in the Sutta Buddha said, dana, giving generosity, sila, morality, keep the precept, and bhavana, meditations. So I love to say the Pali first, I am used to say the Pali. Pali is a very wonderful word. That's why I said the Pali and English, like that, right? So, he went to the Buddha, he was very mindfulness. And then the household, another Pindik, approached the gate of the charnel ground cemetery. Non-human beings open the gate. Not human being. He said, non-human being open the gate. Somebody, if you cannot see anyone, if you think, okay, who open the door? You'll be scared, right? So in this book, in the Sutta mentioned that non-human beings open the gate. Then, as the householder, another Pindika, was leaving the city, the light disappeared and darkness appeared. When he saw that, he was scared, He said, what is going on here? I couldn't see anyone, right? Fear and trepidations and terror arose in him. He wanted to turn back, but the Yakka Sivaka, invisible, made the proclamations. So when he saw that somebody opened the door, and he was thinking of what is going on here. I couldn't see any people here. I should go back again. And then another good deity said, his name is Yakka Sivaka. This is the good deities. But you cannot see him. He said, okay, go forward, don't be scared. So he said, 100,000 elephants, 100,000 horses, 100,000 mule-drawn chariots, 100,000 maidens, adorned with jewelry and earrings, are not worth a 16th part of a single step forward. This is the verse. It's a little bit difficult, right, to understand. That means 100,000 elephants means a single step forward. The Yakka Sivaka tried to explain that. Don't return back. Don't go back. Please go forward. A single step forward means 100,000 elephants. He just compared, And he said, go forward, householder, go forward, householder. Going forward is better for you, not turning back again. You see? You should not be scared. Because you are going to see the Buddha. Buddha have 32 kinds of good qualities. So when some people see him, they also get a lot of merit. He was the purified person. Then the darkness disappeared and light appeared to the house of another Pindika. The fear, trepidations and terror that has arisen in him subsided. Gone. his fear, terror fade away from his mind. And for the second time and for the third time, same thing. He did just repetition. Okay? For the third time, the light disappeared and darkness appeared before the householder another Pindika. Fear, trepidations and terror arose in him, and he wanted to turn back. But a third time, the Yakka Sivaka, invisible, made the proclamation. Same thing. He said, go forward, householder. You shouldn't be scared. So when he said, he one single step forward, then brightness arose. He said, okay, something is positive. But it doesn't mean the positive is the negative positive, corona positive. First times when some positive, negative, I didn't understand what is why they are saying positive. Positive means good things. Later on say negative means not good things. Later on understood, positive means that means you have the COVID-19, right? It doesn't mean that here, okay? So, and he said, okay, go forward, householder. For the third time, same thing he said too. Then the darkness disappeared and light appeared to the householder, another Pindika. The fear, trepidations and the terror that had arisen in him subsided. Then the householder, another Pindika, approached the Blessed One in the cool grove. So he already went to the Buddha, right? After facing the problem, right? Now, he's not scaring anymore. Now, on that occasion, the Blessed One, having risen at the first flaws of dawn, was walking back and forth in the open. The Blessed One saw the householder, another Pindika, coming in the distance. Another Pindika is coming far away. And Buddha saw that. And he descended from the walkway, sat down in the seat that was prepared, and said the householder, another Pindika, come Sudatta. You see, Buddha never met with another Pindika before, Sudatta before. But he said, come Sudatta. How did the Buddha know? How did the Buddha know about him? Because he could read the people's mind. When someone come to him, before that, he just close his eyes, use his psychic power, and he can read your mind. You know who is coming. You see, Devadatta tried many times to kill the Buddha. The Devadatta was the cousin of the Buddha. But he was also enemy of the Buddha. He tried many ways. He used many techniques to kill him. But unfortunately, he couldn't kill him. He couldn't kill him. Because the Buddha knew about other people's mind. Nobody can kill me if I don't pass away myself. Nobody can kill me. So he said, come Sudatta. Then the householder, another Pindika, thinking the Blessed One has addressed me by my name. He was surprised. How did the Buddha call me? And he mentioned my name. He was very happy, thrilled and elated. Joy arose in his mind. He was so excited. Prostrated himself right on the spot with his head at the Blessed One's feet and said to him, I hope, Venerable Sir, that the Blessed One slept well. You see, when he saw the Buddha, he said, I hope, Venerable Sir, your sleeping was very good. You slept very well. Then the Buddha said, always indeed he sleeps well. The Brahmin who is fully quenched, who does not cling to sensual pleasure, cool a heart without acquisitions. That means one who eradicates greed, hatred, delusions from their mind, they always sleep well. Their mind no restless, no hindrances arise. They are very calm, peaceful, their heart very peaceful, their mind very peaceful. Sensual desire cannot make any problem them. Sensual desire, no sensual desire, no aversion, no sleepiness, dullness, no restlessness and anxiety, no doubt arise in their mind. They are peaceful in their heart, in their mind all the time. Having cut off all attachments, having removed care from the heart, the peaceful one sleeps well. Having attained peace of mind, that means they are already Buddha, already peaceful person. So how will you become peaceful person? When you remove greed, hatred and delusion from your mind. So what is the greed? You know already. And the second thing is, what is the hatred? Aversion, you already know that. And delusion, most of the people don't understand delusion, you know. The delusion means one who doesn't understand the Four Noble Truths. Suffering, cause of suffering, cessation, the cessation of suffering, the path that leads to the cessation of suffering. How many altogether? 4. So one who will not understand, one who doesn't understand the Four Noble Truths, we call delusion. Your mind, wisdom didn't arise yet. So when you understand the Four Noble Truths very, very clearly, then wisdom arises in your mind. That means delusion you already remove from your mind. So greed you already remove from your mind. Hatred or aversion remove from your mind. That means you become Arahant. So you already remove all the attachments, all the craving. So your mind peaceful, full of joy, happy all the time. So you are not like normal person, you know. You are completely different person than other. Right? So how do you understand? So let me give you one example and then I will end the Dhamma talk. You know, the Venerable Sariputta Moggallana. Venerable Sariputta and Moggallana, they were friends, very close friends. They are searching a meditation teacher. They want to practice meditation because they want to liberate. And Moggallana said, okay, I'll go this way and then you should go another way. If I meet the ascetic and I have questions, then after coming back I will answer to you. Then if you meet any ascetic and after learning from him something, then you should come to me and then tell me. Okay, well. So Moggallana went to one way and he saw one monk. His name is Assaji. He very peaceful, very calm. You know, he's practicing meditation under the tree. He has only triple robes. Do you know triple robes? It's called one outer robe we put here. This is outer robe. Another, this is called upper robe. And this one called lower robe. How many? 2? No, you are not mindful. 3. Outer, upper, and this one.
Okay.
Lower. How many?
3.
3. Okay, 3. So we call triple rope. So that monk, he just wear the triple rope and 1 ounce ball. And he went to the forest. Under the tree, he practicing meditation. You know? And when he was practicing walking meditation, Moggallana, from far away, he saw him. He said, hey, this ascetic very peaceful. The way he is walking, very peaceful. He's very quiet. He's not talking with anyone. Maybe he's practicing, what he's practicing, his teacher would be very great one. So I should go to him and ask him. And he was thinking, I have to go very mindfully. Otherwise maybe he may feel disturbed, right? He said, very peacefully and mindfully, he said, Venerable Sir, can I ask you one question? Yes, you can ask me. Can you tell me who is your teacher? My teacher is Gautama Buddha. Okay. Can you tell me what did he teach you? Then he just said only few words. He said, okay, whatever activities you do, you understand it. You are walking, you know it. You are eating, you know it. You are sitting, you understand it. Any activities, whatever you are doing, I understand, I know it. Do that way. So when he said that way, and Moggallana become instrumental. Just listen from a few words from the Asaji. He became instrumental. Came back to Sariputta. Sariputta, I met a ascetic. His name is Asaji. He's practicing meditation very, very mindfully. And what he's doing, what he's practicing, I heard from him. And I am going to share to you. So when Moggallana shared to him, Sariputta became instrumental. You see? So during the Buddha's time, a lot of people, they attend instrumental Sotapanna. Even this time, it's possible. If somebody said this time not possible, we have full of greed, we are full of attachments, we have desire, we cannot overcome all those negativities from our mind. No, this is wrong. Still you have potential, you have possibility to get the attainment right now. That's why Buddha said, my teaching is immediately effective. If you practice now, you'll get result right now. Why you have to think, okay, I'm not going to attain, I'm not going to get any attainment in this very life. Maybe next life, when I will see the Gautama Buddha again, then I will get the attainment. Not right now, because this is the time for getting sensual pleasures. If you think that way, you'll never get it. Buddha never said that. Buddha said that, okay, you practice now my teaching and you'll get right now. This is Buddhism. Okay? Even right now, you can get it. So today talk up to now here. So I'm not going to talk more because I already talked almost 45 minutes. You see? So do you have any questions? Now Stephen is thinking right now. Yeah, go there. Yeah, go ahead.
So when you talked about the Four Noble Truths,
Yes.
I was reading a book and he had mentioned that one of the Noble Truths was dukkha, right?
Dukkha is suffering. Yes, I said. I didn't say it in Pali. Dukkha, number one, dukkha, suffering. Number two, is samudaya dukkha. That means the cause of suffering. And then number 3, niruddha. This means cessation of suffering. And number 4, magga, the path that leads to the cessation of suffering. That means Eightfold Noble Path. So when you understand the Four Noble Truth, that means wisdom arose in your mind and delusion removed from your mind. So when wisdom arises in your mind, you will see the dependent origination. So dependent origination I will explain later, not now, because for the beginner I don't teach that. It's very deep, you know.
Yeah.
So the Eightfold Noble Path, the number 4, number is dukkha, suffering. So what are the dukkha? It's a long Dhamma talk. So I'll explain that one. What is the dukkha and what is the cause of suffering, samudaya, and what is the cessation of suffering, niruddha, and what is the path that leads to the cessation of suffering, that is the Eightfold Noble Path. So I'll talk about later on this. That one will be another sutta, you know. It's a long sutta. So I choose only a short sutta for Friday retreat. Because if I explain, when we have 10 days retreat, so the Dario, he practiced 8 days retreat. So that time I give 2 hours talk, 1 hour 30 minutes talk. It's a very long talk. So when we'll have the 10 days retreat again in the future, so you'll come and join with us. Then you'll see how Dhamma talk very long. So for Friday, I give only very short discourse, not so long. Next question.
What are the 3 jewels?
Three goals.
3 jewels.
Jewels.
Yeah.
Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Buddha means one who became enlightenment and he can teach to others. We call him Buddha. He liberates himself and he can liberate others. We call him Samma Sambuddha. There are two, another kind is Buddha, Pachaka Buddha. They can liberate themselves, but they cannot teach to others. They don't have such a quality to teach others, to liberate others. But Samma Sambuddha, they can liberate themselves and they also can liberate others by teaching to them. Okay, you should practice meditation like this, like that, like this, like that. So they can liberate others. We call Samma Sambuddha. And second thing, Dhamma. Dhamma means his teaching. So when he became enlightenment, he preached 45 years. So all his teaching, we call Dhamma. All his teaching, discourses, discipline rules, and higher teaching, we call Suttanta, Vinaya, and Abhidhamma in Pali. Right? And the third one is Sangha. Sangha means community of monks, as I said in the beginning. Right? These 3 we call 3 jewels. Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Next. You should write down, when you listen to Dhamma talk, you should be very smart, You are college students. So that way you never forget. We cannot keep everything in our mind. So it's better to write down when you listen Dhamma talk. Right? Dario, do you have any question?
So it's possible to see through direct experience the Four Noble Truths and to see the cause of suffering, or the causes of suffering, like the illusion of self, right? And to liberate yourself through listening or through meditating, to listen to the Dhamma or through meditation, and to become stream entry of this book, right?
Yeah, so when you keep the precept, and you just try to overcome your greed, giving generosity. That's why at the beginning I said, Dana, giving generosity, Sila, keep the precept, and Bhavana, meditation. So these three main things, very important. So without dana, if you just keep the precept, then your greed maybe will be a stronger little bit because you are too stingy. You don't want to give anything to anyone, to monks, to any people, And then later on, when you do first one and the second one keep the precept, that way both this dana and sila will support you to develop your meditation very quickly. But if you stop one and do only another one, keep the precept only, so that way your meditation progress may be slow. So that's why also dana first, giving generosity, second is keep the precept, and then bhavana. Right? So when you understand the Four Noble Truths very clearly in your meditations, this is suffering. This is really, really suffering. You can see that, you can understand that. That way you are overcoming greed, hatred, delusions, and then the wisdom is growing up in your mind. You see, this is really suffering. This is because of this and cause of suffering arise. And because of cause of suffering arise, I don't know how to cease. I don't know how to overcome it. But if you know, okay, I got now, I understand. And just use the harmonious practice, relax. So that way, you are going to overcome suffering. Cessation means nibbana. Cessation, cease, means you are going to overcome greed, hatred and delusion. So when you get the cessation, that is nibbana. Then wisdom arises in your mind. When wisdom arises, then you answer, hey, suffering should not rise. I know you should not come, my friend. You should go away. You never allow in your mind. Because you already understand, this is suffering. I understand you. You should not come anymore. You should go away. Then you will not allow. You might say, don't come to me. Never come. Because you are careful. You are very mindful. Wisdom arises.
This sounds like half knowledge of the stream entry, right? Like you saw.
So that's why this is the way, This is the way you have to do that. Okay, you should not come. I am mindful now. You should not come to me. Okay, that way you are careful. So, where is Nibbana? Nibbana is in here, from head to the feet, in our body. Nibbana is not other place. Somebody said, okay, Nibbana, when you passed away, you will go to Nibbana realm. No, there is no any Nibbana realm. Nibbana is here, in our body, from head to the feet,
Consciousness?
Yeah, you have to find out from there, where is Nibbana. So Nibbana means the highest peace. Ni plus vana. Ni means no. No craving at all in our mind. No fire at all in our mind. That is Nibbana. Right? So, one way we call Sila, Samadhi and Panya. Sila means morality, keep the precept. Samadhi means meditation. And then Panya, wisdom. When wisdom arises, that means you will be able to see dependent origination very, very clearly. When the Buddha attained enlightenment, after 7 days, he could see the link of dependent originations very, very clearly. Because he was the enlightenment. Right? He could see how many times did does, was he born in the past life? And whose family? How many times rich family? How many times in hell? How many times in heaven? He could see everything, and even his name, he could say that. I will give another talk maybe in the future. Yeah, you'll see that Sutta very clearly mentioned. Okay, when I was in the first life, I was born that family, and my name was Dario. My name was Stephen. My name was the Corey. It's like that. He could see that. He could say that very clearly. That's why I always read the Sutta, That means I'm not saying from my own anything. If I say something from my own, that means it's lying. I'm giving the wrong teaching to you. No, I don't know that. I don't want to do that. So something I will say from the discourse, from the Sutta, and I just give some comment. Alright? Okay, next question? No? Okay, we can share the merit and then I will practice meditation. Alright? Okay, let us share the merit together. May suffering ones be suffering free, and their fear strike fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and may all beings find relief. May all beings share this merit that we have thus occurred for the acquisition of all kinds of happiness. May beings inhabiting a space on earth, devas and nagas of mighty power, share in this merit of ours. May they long protect the Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, we can sit now for 30 minutes, right? We still have time. Please, okay, sit comfortably and erect your body. Don't move back and forth, alright? And then I'll just to give you some basic instructions. Okay, remember a time when you were happy. When that happy feeling arises the center of your chest. You'll feel a warm and glowing feeling. And make wish. May I be happy. May I be calm. May I be peaceful. May I be full of joy. May I be content, and so on. You just radiate loving kindness 10 minutes to yourself. Just guess it. After 10 minutes, you choose a spiritual friend. Remember, your spiritual friend is smiling and bring up the center of your chest. And then you radiate loving kindness to your spiritual friend. May my friend be happy. May my friend be calm. May my friend be full of joy. May my friend be content, and so on. Just radiate to your spiritual friend, 20 minutes. Just relax to your body. Sit comfortably. When any hindrances arise, just use the harmonious practice. Recognize it. release it and relax tension and tightness in your head, in your whole body and mind. Just do that.